What's up, you beauties? Welcome to another High and Wide Hockey post-game show on the HW Hockey YouTube channel. The Flyers fall by a final score of 7-3 to the Los Angeles Kings tonight. I'm Jim Icavone. If you're catching us live on YouTube, make sure to smash the subscribe button, hit the alert so you never miss a show. And for everybody watching live on Twitter right now, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. And if you're interested in our podcast, head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and make sure you give us a subscribe or a follow so you're the first in line when the newest episodes drop. Go ahead and follow us over on the High and Wide Hockey Twitter channel at FlyersHW. Tough one tonight. The Flyers were in this for most of the game. I'm not sure the final score indicates how this one really went. The Flyers were dominated in the third period. They come out of the first tied 1-1. They come out of the second tied 3-3. And in the third, I think the Kings really showed that they were the better team tonight, flat out. They kind of got that early third period goal and shut the door on the Flyers defensively. The Kings really showcased their size. They're bigger, they're stronger, and they were faster than the Flyers at a lot of times tonight. And, the Flyers kind of got what they deserved there. So we'll kind of run through the goals a little bit, and then I'll kind of give you guys my opinion on how I think things went tonight. So Los Angeles opens the scoring. Kevin Fiala scores his first of 2 goals tonight, assisted by Philip Deneau. Noah Cates and the Flyers' third line strikes. He scores his fourth goal of the season, assisted by Bobby Brink and Tyson Forster. Forster had a 3-point night tonight. Tanner Jeannot scored a goal that I didn't think was a very good goal for the Flyers to give up. Not so much Kolosov, but it was a rebound goal. He was in close, kind of allowed to do what he wanted to do in that space, which you just can't have. So that was Jeannot's 4th of the year. Puts LA up 2-1. Tyson Forster would take a penalty in the second period, come out of the box, and would end up scoring an in-close loose change rebound goal of his own for his 7th of the year, assisted by Scott Law. And the score would be 2-2 at that point. And Tyson Forster would score again less than 4 minutes later for his 8th goal of the year, and good enough for his first multi-goal game of the season. He now has a 3-point night, assisted by Morgan Frost and Owen Tippett. Owen Tippett, I thought, looked good tonight. Unfortunately, with about 44 seconds left in the second period, Anze Kopitar scored his 9th goal of the year, assisted by Alex Lafreniere and Vladislav Gavrikov. That was in my opinion, back-breaking turning point goal of the night. It looked like Kolosov was going out to cover that puck. Maybe Kopitar beat him to it. Regardless, in my opinion, that was a soft goal to give up. And in that late in the second period, where I thought the Flyers outplayed Los Angeles for most of the period, tough goal to give up, man. Because I thought they played well enough to head into the third period with the lead. They go in tied, and you give a team Los Angeles life, and they're going to do what they did to the Flyers. They do it to a lot of teams. They jumped all over the Flyers in the third. Warren Fogle scored an early goal, a redirection in front from Jordan Spence. And then Anze Kopitar scored his 2nd of the night, just under 9 minutes later, to give the Kings a 5-3 lead. And at that point, to me, the game was over. The way Los Angeles was playing defense, defending their goal, everything was kind of heading to the outside and in the defensive zone for them. Flyers' power play was a mess in that period. They looked disorganized and not very confident. The Kings were giving them fits while the Flyers were a man up. And for me, the game was over at 4-3, but the Kopitar goal put it away. The Flyers weren't going to score 2 goals that period, let alone 1. And then Quentin Byfield came in to score the empty net goal to make it 6-3. And Kevin Fiala, for good measure, with a pretty assist from behind the goal from Alex Lafreniere to make it 7-3. They put up a touchdown tonight on the Flyers, and that score is embarrassing. I think the Flyers went into the third period with, I want to say, 22 or 23 shots. They only had 2 third-period shots. Now, I know tonight was the second night of a back-to-back, but you're not going to win any games against good teams with only 2 shots in the third period, giving up late second-period goals. We've talked about it a lot on the podcast. I think the Flyers are a solid team. They're not quite good yet. They're not in that echelon. But when they play these type of teams that are, the Kings are definitely going to be in the playoffs. And maybe they could win a playoff round. Flyers can't hang with these teams yet. And I think we saw it again tonight. They just couldn't hang with the Kings when the going got tough. Second night of a back-to-back. Kings are they're a playoff team, one of the better teams in the entire NHL. They got a lot of big bodies on D. Flyers are one of the smaller teams, one of the smaller and younger teams in the league, and that was pretty apparent tonight. So let's get to some of the cool stuff we got here for you guys. Jim's notes. Let's get it over with. Tyson Forster, 3.9, 2 goals and an assist. Andre Kopitar, I mentioned, scored that late second period goal. That was the turning point in the game for me. Kings all over the Flyers in the third period, outscored the Flyers 4-0 in the third period. Tough night for the Flyers' top D pair. Travis Sanheim finished tonight as a -4. Jamie Drysdale finished as a -3. Don't know if I like that pairing specifically. I like Sanheim as a top pair on the left side. Not sure I like him with Drysdale. So we'll have to see. I assume they're going to give that pair a longer look, more than one game. I'm not sure if I would have paired them together against a team like the Kings for a full game, but it is what it is. This is what the Flyers are in the let's figure things out stage. So they're trying different things. That's fine. Ultimately, the Flyers fall to 14, 15, and 4. Let's take a look at our Metro Division standings. So this was before the loss. Flyers still have 32 points. They're currently a point ahead of New York for 5th place. And Pittsburgh kind of weaseled their way into things here. I think Pittsburgh, I got to see if they're playing tonight. But they're currently a point ahead of the Flyers for 4th place. So I'm going to finish this up because it looks like they're doing some kind of a show. Maybe they're getting ready for Saturday. Wild card standings. Flyers are still in 4th place. Rangers are 1 point behind, and the Flyers are 2 points out of a wild card spot. So they got some work to do. They got to get things back on track. The Flyers have lost 3 straight now. And they next play Saturday night against the Columbus Blue Jackets. That'll be the Flyers Holiday Spectacular. So if you guys are looking for something to do Saturday night, come out and watch the Flyers. Columbus will be looking for revenge as well. So Flyers want to stop the bleeding here. They have a chance to pick up 2 points and then a pretty big game Sunday night against the Pittsburgh Penguins. That could be for a potential wild card spot or for 4th place in the division. But they're going to need to find a way to get some points here before they head on their holiday break. or they have a big road trip coming up after Saturday. So I'm going to keep this one short, guys. Not much to talk about, at least not as many positives. Sam chimes in, shitty night. And that's what it was. It seemed like they were going to have a better fortune tonight. They ran into a better team in the Los Angeles Kings. So we'll see what happens. Do they make a move? Do they think they can do anything with this season? I don't know. I'll be back with Jack on Monday to discuss more. We'll have a special guest, Mr. Russ Cohen, to talk about his brand new book that came out. Make sure you guys check that out. And, we'll see most of you guys Monday night with Jack. So that's going to do it for tonight's post-game show. If you enjoyed tonight's show, make sure to leave a like and a subscribe. Make sure you say hi or chirp me in the comments if you want, whatever you want. I love a good chirp. So for High and Wide Hockey, I'm Jim Michael. Make sure you keep it high, keep it wide. See you guys this weekend. Bye-bye.